evening, ladies and germs, and everybody out there. How is everybody doing tonight? Uh, who we got out here? I know I saw Donna earlier. Hello, Miss Donna. And Doris. We have Doris before us. Hello, Laura Lee. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever and a day, and don't think I didn't see that you're playing 8-ball. We're gonna have to hook up at one point and do a round of 8-ball over in Facebook gaming. Not sure how that works when you're actually playing a person and not some random person from halfway around the world. But we got to do that. Hi, sweet gal Cindy. How you doing? Oh, man. How's everybody doing this evening? Misty should be with us shortly. She took care of me and got me my coffee and everything set up before she went and took care of herself.
Hey, what kind of coffee are you drinking?
Love the way she takes care of me. I cannot say right at this point. It could either be Tim Hortons or it could be Folgers. Knowing Misty, knowing Misty, it is probably Tim Hortons.
Hey, that's the only way to do it.
All I know is that, so I had to take a nap. I went out and did probably the last mowing for this year on the front and the back. Okay. Dogs are loving it. They got a yard to run around in. In fact, I should have recorded Harley whimpering as she was running around the yard, batting her plastic soccer ball all over the place. Funniest damn thing you've ever seen. If you haven't seen it, it's almost like she's a little baby puppy all over again.
Right.
So, one of these times I'm gonna have to do that and put that up as a distraction in here, because I tell you what, it's funny watching her go with it, and all you got to do is look at her and go get it, and she's like meow all the place.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I went and laid down. We're starting into the allergy season for the fall now, and my son Nicholas has an absolute hideous time, both in the springtime and the fall. Thankfully, my bad one is just in the fall, and being out there with all that daggone dust and pollen from some of the grass that we let go too long.
Right.
Yeah, probably not the best thing in the world to do. Should have had a mask on, but I'm a guy. What can I say? I'm stubborn and foolish. So we do that. Hey,
Juan, what is going on, brother?
I got a boy here. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well.
Yep. I loved the video of the boys on the trampoline, by the way. So, for those of you that don't know, Richard, hello, Juan. Richard's Misty's and my son. Hers from she brought him in, and I brought Nicholas in. So we're a blended family up here. But we have 4 grandchildren, two from each. So. Most of them are in. What's that?
Oh, it's funny though that when I first met Nicky, even though he's a black belt, he knew better than to mess with me.
Well, yeah, you had height, weight, and muscle on him, and as a former pipe player, hello. I think he knew, he knows enough about which jobs out there have the guys that are, shall we say, tough at heart. Yeah. So.
Hello, child of mine.
Hello.
So I don't even think Mom's seen the trampoline scene yet. So. Yeah.
Hi, everybody in chat.
Yep, we have Doris, Laura, Sweet Gal, Donna's in here somewhere. Juan's in. Did I say Sweet Gal Cindy? If I didn't, I said it again. If I said it, I said it again.
Hey, Juan, just wait. It's coming.
Yes, there is a roast. And no, we're not talking about one of those things where the comedians get up and tear me a new one, although I have a feeling that's probably going to come somewhere in the not too distant future. Yes, I see you've lost weight.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute
since
I've done pole planning, but I still got the muscles.
Yeah. So anyhow, thank you, Doris. Yeah, if anybody's got a channel, please post your channel up here. That's one of the other things. This is not just all about food. We do some growth up here as well. So if you got a channel out there, post it. Let's get it up there. And anybody and everybody is welcome in here. We don't do drama. We don't do negativity. We will do a one interesting news piece that I picked up on earlier today that
Yeah.
I have to speak out about because it's a little bothersome. But we'll get there. That's going to be about the only oddball thing that we're going to talk about that's quasi serious news wise. Anyhow, Ricky and his wife Nicole posted a video of two of the grandkids jumping up and down on a trampoline and then turning the hose on them, which is absolutely hysterical to watch as one of them runs around trying to get away from the hose and the other one just kind of lays down and goes, you're not going to get me that way.
You did not.
Oh, yes, they did. And it is funny to watch.
What is not
You're
seen on
lucky
the
I'm
video?
here and you're not.
Oh, you would not give them a hard time about it. I'm going to tell you that now.
Keep in mind,
It's-
Mom, that yesterday's temperature was almost 100 degrees.
Nope, you can
Mhm.
keep it.
So Nicole turning the hose on the kids while we're outside playing.
Hmm.
And see, here's how
Okay.
here's how we're going to handle that, babe. How we're going to handle that. And thank you all for posting. Yankee, what's up, Kyle?
Hey, Kyle.
What we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a trampoline, and when they come down here next time, we're going to get Ricky and Nicole jumping on it, and then we're going to hand the hose over to the kids and let the kids get them.
Okay.
Oh, they would
See?
love it.
Exactly, and then the kids will get up there with them, and we'll hose everybody down. So that's the fun part of being a grandparent is you get to be an instigator and a provider of intimate amounts of humor and fun as we go along. Oh,
Thank you for
Anywho.
posting links, Doris. And you guys got to check out the video that Spike dropped.
is that the Tim Horton one?
Yeah,
Yes.
he posted it in chat.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So do
Spike
I get
started
to see this video?
the video of what the grandkids.
Yeah.
Well, you'll just have to look on Facebook afterwards.
Okay. Hi, Elaine.
Well, hello, Elaine. How you doing, hon? So.
Okay. You need to make Kyle blue again.
Seriously,
Yeah.
Kyle, we got to talk, dude.
Some reason the wrenches aren't staying. I don't know why.
Ay, 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 tacos and nachos. All right, hang on here. I had to go back into it for some reason. It didn't work. Stop it. No, that is not what we needed to be in. There. Okay. Now we're in the right place. Captain Kyle. All right, hold on, chat. Don't move so fast. Slow down. You move too fast. You got to make the moment last. So, and you know who else needs this? Laura Lee doesn't have a ranch either. That I see.
And
All
I
right,
know she did too.
both you guys type a little something something. Let me make sure you're blue now.
There's Laura.
Okay.
All right, Laura's good. Kyle.
Kyle, type something.
And don't just say something. That's a
I mean,
That's
I
a-
would.
I was
Do
gonna
it.
say that's a Ricky and me move.
And a Spike apparently because he just said he would.
Oh, 100%.
Whoa,
Oh, absolutely.
where'd everybody go?
Come on now.
And I think he's blue because it now says remove moderator.
Okay, so yeah, he's blue.
Oh, shit, Juan, you're not overly far from me.
Yep.
You're just on the other side of the lake.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, Juan, I had to.
Yeah, Juan's good people.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. At this Love's truck stop, why does that sound dangerous? Why does that sound dangerous? That sounds like something that you'd see in one of the movies. Expect Jack Reacher to come from around a corner or something like that. That or what's the dude's name?
I'm sure one's got it handled.
What's the dude's name from 50 Shades?
Did
Can't think
you send Chris and Amanda notification?
Of course I did.
Okay.
Of course I did. And here's the thing, even if I didn't, we have, one of the folks here that will run and go, "Hey guys."
Yeah,
Oh, he
true.
knows you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
who's to say I
and-
want to?
Well, but that's true.
I know I would.
And see, here's the
Drop
other
the
one
camera.
is I didn't just send it to Spike. I also sent it to CJ, who I'm sure is about nose deep in a game right now, from what I was hearing.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So
Yeah,
yep.
We've
my
kind of
buddies
got
want me to
every.
jump on.
And I did discover something: clean restrooms and great coffee. Okay, well, see, I don't think I've been to any. I don't think there's any Love truck stops in West Virginia. Okay, let's think about that for a second.
Huh.
Okay, let's think about pairing the two of those, Love and West Virginia. Hi,
Yeah.
cousin, how you doing? Okay, no, so and I just busted on ourselves. So
Yeah,
Um,
well, I'm down in Arizona, so believe me, I feel the heat.
Yeah, we are not anywhere close to being cousins, my dear.
I'm aware of that. And as Donna says, folks from the South are dangerous. Well, only one problem, Donna, or PA. Okay, thank you, Cindy. And Donna, I am absolutely not afraid of reading your comments. We've done that before, dear. You know I ain't a scared. So, now I know we had promised you guys that we were going to do the chicken tequila fettuccine tonight. I have to apologize. Looking at the recipe and talking with Misty, we decided that what we want to do when we do that one is we're going to do that one a little differently. By God, we're going to do that one live.
Let's go.
I'm gonna be chopping and cutting and yapping and babbling and the whole 9 yards. Here's the thing, guys. I've been at this for about 2.5, 3 months, as you know. You can kind of go back and see. While I do have an okay setup here to go from the desk. From the desk. I'm not set up yet. With cameras or with a lapel mic to be walking around, and we've already seen that the one mic that I did attempt to get and plug into the phone when I had it up on the tripod actually caused problems. So we're going to hold off on doing that one. We are going to do it. I absolutely promise you we're going to get that done. We're going to keep going in this format for a little bit until I've got all the equipment. I hate to tell you, bills come first. And I ain't a rich man. I ain't monetized like a lot of other folks are. I ain't even hit triple digits yet. So, if you like what you see here, please tell friends to come check it out. I know there's lots of places you can go on a Saturday night. But we're trying to make an impression on folks here and do a little something different, maybe. Plus give people a chance to get together from not just locally, but from all around the world, where we don't have to worry about rubbing elbows and giving each other COVID. Oh my God! So the other thing is that there aren't going to be any COVID babies due to this show. So you can't name any kids. Pfizer.
Wow.
Or Moderna, yeah. So anyhow, it's Phaisha, whatever. So as we are wont to do, And I had somebody tell me that I was being an idiot showing my desktop and everything else. So I've kind of worked out a different way, launched into the videos, which we're gonna start doing tonight. Hopefully it'll work. If I don't flub it and mess it up, tonight's video is not as long as last week's by far. But since we're into the fall season, I'm gonna start doing some of the fall recipes. I have a challenge for Mama. I gave her a recipe earlier today, and I don't know whether she's accepted it or not.
I accept.
You accepted it, okay? So
Yeah.
I will do this, and give you a look-see of what it is I challenged her. Give me 1 second here to bring it up. I had a few things I posted. But you're going to hear a giant scream and groan from Arizona and from Canada, and I apologize in advance. But
Yeah.
this is what I challenged Misty to do, because it is an incredible recipe. There's 3 parts to the ingredients, 3 different sections. And then there's 3 different sets of instructions for making each one of them. So hang on here.
It's a long one, guys.
This is what we're looking at doing. We are going to make Reese's cheesecake. Yeah.
Wish me luck, people.
Yep. So.
Huh.
Sorry, Ricky.
And when are you planning on making this?
Next week. The same
Take it
time I
back.
make the turkey and stuff.
Yeah, this will be dessert for the Canadian Thanksgiving.
You gonna take it down now?
Actually, I kind of thought I'd leave it up there for a minute.
Wow, you're showing everybody everything.
Oh, I am not. I'm dressed. I'm sorry. Wait. Hold on. Oh, went to the wrong thing. And there we go. Stop screen.
Yes, Richard, I hate to break the news to you. I am doing the turkey and dressing and everything next week.
Was he on last? No, he wasn't on when we showed this.
No?
Hang on. All right. Entertain the troops for a minute, folks. I'll be right back.
You're in trouble.
Who is?
I just messaged Nicole.
About the turkey? About the
Telling
turkey.
her
right?
we need to figure out a way to get all of us out there by next week.
Wait till you see the size of the bird. And there's only going to be 3 of us eating it.
I'm sure Nikki will make the drive.
Mm-mm. No, he's already said no.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I know he's not much for chocolate, but
Right there, Jason.
everything.
Well, yeah, you've already seen this, Spike, because you were on Chris's. Misty and I went to get the fixins for the chuck roast pot roast.
Yeah.
And while we were doing it, she kind of wandered off, as she is wont to do every once in a while in the grocery store or any other store. Yeah, I tell you what, you got to send her. You got to send her in. You got to send her in with either a walkie-talkie on,
Or a tether.
a tether, or a cell phone with a GPS where you can just go, where the hell is she? And it's got to be right. It's got to be accurate to within 1 or 2 aisles away. Okay.
I have
So,
actually
anyhow.
done Marco Polo with her.
Oh no, this wouldn't be a Marco Polo. This is, where are you? Yeah. So, although I did see a younger couple doing the Marco Polo a couple weeks ago when I went into Walmart. It was kind of funny. They were actually both shorter, and they were in the females' clothing area. And
no, Doris, no shock collar involved. Thank you.
Have you seen that video on I think it was Facebook or TikTok or whatever, where the guy cranks it to 99 and the girl with the shock collar just bites her lip. Like, really?
I believe that, given what women go through with labor and delivery, yeah. And they'd probably turn around, put it on us, and we'd get to like 25 and be on the floor writhing, going, "Oh my God, oh
we
my
could
God!"
find out. I'm sure somebody would be able to send me one, and I could try it live
Are
on
you
you.
I tell you what, I'll try it if you will.
Okay.
I'll even go so far as to do this. And I don't know that this is necessarily a safe thing for either one of us at our age. But if you get one of those handheld tasers, okay, I'll let you taser me and I'll taser you. And that way we'll both know.
No.
Yeah, well, it's kind of what I figured, probably, next thing you'd hear is clear. So anyhow, getting back to the original story. So we decided to pick up a few other things because we were running a little low in the meat department. Don't go there, Spike. I saw that look. So I'm up looking at the hamburger, and here comes Misty walking around, and she's kiltered over on one side. Like she's half drunk, and I'm like, okay, I know she wasn't drinking before we left. She comes around with, ow, oh, son of a bitch, oh, on my foot, oh, ow, 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 it just rolled over on my foot. She comes, ow, 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 ow. She comes around the corner with this 26-pound frozen behemoth that she is going to put into our church roaster that we got at a flea market. Best buy we ever did for $20, let me tell you. Ow, God, ow, that really fucking hurt. Ow. Oh, yeah, I know, Harley, go away. You can't have the turkey right now. It's frozen.
And I do fix plates for the dogs too.
Yeah, and I don't think that we got a bet. I don't think this thing's going to fit in the roaster. She's saying it's going to fit if she has to throw tinfoil over it. But to my thinking, if she can't get the lid down over the top of it, it don't fit.
It'll cook down.
Oh yeah. So did the chuck roast. But whew, ow, that hurt.
You might want to put that back in the freezer before you start the video.
No, I'm going to start the video and then I'm going to limp back to the freezer with it. So
okay.
Yeah.
When you have to rubber band the lid on, it doesn't fit.
Dude, rubber banded melt with this thing.
It's one of the big. It's a black one.
Yeah, it's Doris. If you've ever seen at church functions where they have these giant roasters, it's like, for lack of a better term, think of maybe a 20 or 30 quart crock pot. Hey, Masha. That's rectangular instead of oval or round, because for all intents and purposes, that's really what it is, except it cooks a hell of a lot faster. So
yeah, I can do a bird in like 2.5, 3 hours.
There's my
Good
buddy.
evening, America.
Hello, Chris.
Chris,
What's going on?
you missed it. I dropped that big goddamn frozen turkey on my foot.
No, you didn't. Oh,
Yes, I did.
that sucks.
I was telling everybody like I told them on your show about how Misty came around the corner, leading off to one side, trying to carry this thing quickly to get to the cart, and just as I said something, it rolled thunk over onto my foot.
Oh,
Yeah,
that sucks, dude.
Yeah, ouch.
Hi, Doris. Hi, Cindy.
Yeah, we got lots
I have
of
not
food
eaten yet.
tonight. Oh, you haven't eaten yet? Oh, God.
Nice mug.
This is how devoted I am to coffee.
Oh, shit. There you go. That's what's
regular
up.
lighter.
Nice.
Cell phone. There. How about that?
Get it.
Yeah. Key to my car.
And it's Timmy's.
See, there you go, Spike.
Hey,
That
Doris.
answers that. Spike was asking which type of coffee it was.
It was Timmy's.
Hey,
Yummy,
Cindy,
yummy.
how are you, sweetie?
All right, boys and girls, you didn't come here to hear me babble. You came to see food, damn it. So here we
Let's
go.
go.
Yeah, let me get this rolling, and I will go put this bird back and wrap my foot in a plaster cast. I'll be back in a minute. And
Did you clear the sound?
Hey, Lordy.
Yep.
Hey, Yankee, how you doing, buddy?
Beth, you haven't been shunned.
well, it was fast. I got back before we even started. Hello, campers. Hi. Well, fall is here, and while we may be doing the tequila chicken,
He's probably already left.
beforehand, since
It's fine, Doris. Don't worry about it.
we can go ahead and we can do a pot roast. So try to get this.
What's
done
the matter?
while I'm on my lunch break.
Beth.
So we'll take a just need a 2.5 pound chuck roast here and set it up. We'll rub a little spices on it, and we're going to put it onto a frying pan just to sear it real quick. So let's get a quick sear on it before we throw it into the crock pot. We'll let that heat up. So we get a good sear on it. And for this, we're going to put, of course, you got to put a little meat tenderizer on it. That's an important thing. We'll do the garlic herb. And I think I showed this to several of you, and I think it was in one of Chris's lives. The old Canadian steak rub. So I'm going to throw that on it real quick. I'm going to sear it on both sides. Try and get a sear around the sides of it, or the top and the bottom around the sides of it. And then go ahead and drop it on into the crock pot here with the rest of the veggies. And it's going to be a fair amount of veggies.
Welcome back, Elaine.
Heavy veggies when you do this. Otherwise, all you're doing is cooking up a piece of meat. And while it's okay, it's not exactly what we're going after. So, show you this. One side, both sides rubbed up. You can see it. It does make a little bit of a mess, not much. Go ahead and get that pressed in. It's all over. Good. A little bit on the tenderizer on the sides. Don't worry so much about the seasoning on the sides. You get these other sides are undercut. Flip it over. I'll do the same thing over here. Get the tenderizer on.
Oh, that's not good, Doris.
Sides. Go. The other sides are underscored. There we go. Garlic. Hello, garlic and herbs. Oh, that's it. I'm not going to cooperate. I'm not coming out fast enough.
Nothing happened, Elaine.
Garlic and
Other
herbs.
than Jason dropped the turkey on his foot.
It's on the fan. I didn't know she was doing this. She won't a little bit though, because she won't smell it. So, get pressed in.
I'm not the most coordinated thing in the
It's
box.
not really crucial. You get a whole lot of seasoning in when you're doing the searing.
because most of it's going to come in together once you get it in the crock pot and get everything going there. So we'll take this over and drop it up.
I think you mean carpal
and I'll
tunnel.
show you what it looks like.
I understand what you're saying.
All right, campers. I don't know if you can see this or not. Or here. There you can see
That
it.
looks good enough to eat just the way it is.
We've got
I know, right?
That would be closer to your blue rare, babe.
I know.
Pull it off and you can hear that a little bit. So this is going to help keep the juices in when we go to cook it, so that you don't end up with
Uh-huh.
meat that just kind of falls apart into shreds like you do with pulled pork. So we drop this into the crock pot.
You like your steak medium rare, don't you, Richard?
Go ahead and add with it. It's going to be some potatoes. You're going to like potatoes.
Yes, he does.
I don't eat steak.
Celery, onion. I'm gonna throw a little bit of green pepper in there because I got one green pepper in them. It's lonely, so we'll toss it in and see what happens with it. And
Talking about
you know what
Doris.
it looks like. I might get a little crazy.
Sorry?
Add some diced tomato into it.
So I asked what Doris
He has
was
a
talking about.
salt.
Chris came out
That's
without
what
his
stacks
beard.
up. I'll show you the next steps. All right, folks, here we go. So we've got a nice little batch of mixed potatoes here. Probably something that some of you have not
Her
seen.
husband's name is Chris.
Potatoes.
Oh, my apologies.
They taste like the other potatoes.
Yeah, those are the weird potatoes I was talking about, Spike.
Good like everything else. But,
Oh, I'd eat them.
Oh, dude, they're awesome.
5 years ago,
Oh, I bet.
we have used them in things like stews and that ever since. At the very least.
Are those some of them purple potatoes in there?
Yeah, they're purple,
That dark colored ones? Yeah.
Yeah.
like little miniature eggplants.
Mhm.
On your guests and your family, at the very least, will cause some chat, but can also make for some interesting tabletop. So we take these. I'm not even going to cut them up. We're just going to dump them straight in. And I'm not going to bore you with the details. You've seen me cut up onions before. The carrots are going to go in as is because these are small and they will cook up.
So do I, Doris. These ones are purple ones.
There they are. Nothing worse than a disorganized cook. So make sure you get what you need out.
That was actually my fault. I moved the scissors.
Otherwise, you do what I do, which is fumble around the kitchen, which is not fun.
Actually, it's fun to watch.
I'm just going to dump in a healthy amount of carrots. And then to that, we're going to dice up the onions. We'll put 2 of them in this time, because that's a pretty good sized roast. And we're going to have lots of veggies in with it. So we're going to put the celery in as well. And then we're going to add a little more of the garlic and herb. Good shake in there. You want to put a good shake in with this because it's going to go in and get waterlogged, dissolved, diluted, whatever you want to call it. And you notice this time I didn't do anything rub-wise with the bouillon. So what we're going to use is we're going to use beef bouillon cubes this time.
What's up, Crimson?
We'll take 4 of these bad
Hey,
boys
Crimson.
and toss them down
I
in
can't
here.
even see her yet on mine.
And what's going to happen is
You can't hear this?
No,
flavor. While
I couldn't see
the
Crimson.
whole thing is
It's slower on this side.
away. And look at it. You know what? I'm not going to bother showing you. You know what you unwrap and throw them in.
Yeah, me too, Warren.
So I'll get that. I won't you.
I definitely cut my finger.
Over that. So we get all the veggies cut up and added into it, and then we're going to put in a box of beef broth. And I thought for a little something different, instead of doing the family size, which will fill this up, we'll also add a little veggie broth, which will help bring out some of the flavor of the vegetables. Towards the end, we'll throw in those gravy packs to thicken things up and make it a little more stew-like, a little less soup-like. And we'll show you as we go along. Hang on. Next thing is with all the veggies in, ready to go. All right, ladies and germs.
Yeah, the celery's going in.
Everything added in. You
Yep.
need to have nice big chunky pieces of stuff because that's
Crimson, to answer your question, I'm hungry now.
Time. Time and it calls for bigger, chunkier pieces of stuff. Not that delicate more little frou-frou stuff that you get with spring and summer. Now, I told you, remember, we're a garlic family, so one other thing we're going to do here
That needs to go on the list, I take it.
Nope.
That's garlic breath.
I had a replacement in the pantry,
Okay.
and then I've got a Richard size bottle in the pantry as well.
Awesome, Crimson.
And here we go. Broth time. Not to be confused with brothel time. Two different things.
Boy.
And you can see my little helpers are circling the wagon because they can smell stuff.
One you get hungry over, the other one you work up an appetite on.
So this is the beginning of the torture. Torture is 8 or 9 hours, depending on, some
Not yet,
crock-pots go a little
Donna.
faster. If you get a smaller batch, it might go a little quicker too. But a little faster, 8 or 9 hours of smelling. This is a vegetable broth.
Yeah, that was cruel.
Bring it up just to where you can see liquid. There we go. We have a little left over. We'll figure out what to do with that. And we're going to put the cover on this, turn it on high, and just let it sit. And this is one of those easy meals. There's not a lot of prep. The only thing I really had to do was cut up the celery, cut up a green pepper, and you don't have to use a green pepper, but you can. You can use other stuff too. There's all kinds of root vegetables that are out there that go well with this. And the onion. The didn't cut up meat, didn't cut up the potatoes. That all goes in as is. And you just let it cook. And you torture the house for about 8 or 9 hours with that wonderful smell. And then it's done and time to eat. So we'll plug this in as I get to the end of my workday. I'll come back in and we'll show you. By that point, it should be bubbling away. We'll look at that. See if we need to stir things around a little bit, get some of these other veggies. And I also want to apologize for having a fit with the daggone bouillon cubes. I fought the cubes and the cubes won. But you can see we got one of them sitting up here. I put the other ones pretty much in the four corners, such as it is, to balance things out. And we'll make sure those get all dissolved and everything will be ready to go. So we'll show you in a few hours where we're at in the middle of cooking. By the by, guys, if you're wondering, prep time for that, plus the videotaping and gathering everything, was about 47 minutes. So I was able to actually do that and get that started at my lunchtime. So it's not a whole difficult thing to get rolling. All right, folks, here we go.
Oh, that looks good already.
Oh, wait for it.
What do you know? You can see better. All right. So we've got it heating up here on the side, and we're going to add a few more things in. I wanted to wait and give it a little bit of time to get started before we go. Add in about a tablespoon and a half of oregano. We'll add in a teaspoon or two. That give it a little smoky taste. Got a half teaspoon of ground mustard. Shake there, and that's ground mustard, and that's smoked paprika, and add in a little bit of thyme.
Yeah, it does. It holds a lot.
Surprise, surprise. We'll put a
Yeah,
stick or two in of Italian seasoning.
It's a 5-quart crock pot.
A bunch of goodies in it. And
I think that was Chris Doris.
but by far not least, I'm going to put in a
This is the secret that he uses.
two. And this is where one that I actually do kind of measure out of brown sugar. Just to sweeten it up a little bit.
And all this together sets up a nice complex flavor.
I'm going to mix it all up. Put the lime and the coconut and mix it all up. Try and get these spices down into liquid. It'll start gelling with everything, not just the veggies that they're on top of. At the same time, put these down in here. Now this is almost ready to start boiling.
What I do when it's done, guys, is I get a couple slices of bread and butter to have with it to dip into the gravy.
Oh yeah.
That or
French
maybe
rolls?
biscuits or have the Kaiser rolls.
Nice French
There
loaf.
we are. Next thing we'll do is once it's all done. Well, take that back. Next thing we'll do is show you when we're turning the liquid into gravy, and then we'll show you once it's all done.
Let's go.
Hey, ladies and girls,
I love the transitions.
That sentence always ends well. Liquid into gravy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and it did this time. We ended up with three mixed piece containers for another full meal each, and
Oh,
a fourth container that was full of gravy.
Gravy.
shit.
And
Oh,
we are down to one container,
The big part here is just
and this was done yesterday.
bite-sized pieces. You can see it's already almost to the point where it's falling apart,
damn.
which is good because that means your meat's soft. So get back in there now.
I actually am going to make vegetable beef chowder. And I do have that recipe, Donna, you're talking about for the peel pound soup.
Peel pound, yeah. Well, we got you a cabbage for that, right, babe?
Yep, we did.
So maybe we'll do that this week too. After the
You're
turkey.
gonna have a lot of videos to go through, and we're gonna have a lot of food to freeze
Oh shit.
if you do that. That meat is literally just falling apart, guys.
Almost, not quite.
Mm-hmm.
It's shredded up, but this is the perfect time to pull it out because it was almost to the point of falling apart. And when it's tender like this,
Yeah.
you cut it open and plug it into cubes, and because it dries it a little bit, the inside will soak up the gravy and everything else.
Yeah.
So
The meat was literally melt in your mouth, guys.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to chew it.
well, it was also the idea of cutting it into bite-sized pieces.
Yeah.
Be kind of weird.
So, and I prefer doing chuck roast.
I know the vegetarians.
You can do it with just about any type of roast, but I like chuck roast because it's softer, it's tender. It's
Yeah, we
marbled.
still, speaking of what you said in the video, we still have to figure out a vegetarian dish
Yep.
to do.
Hey Derek.
Hi,
How you
Derek.
doing, buddy?
Hey, Derek.
Derek.
What's up, my brother?
Yeah, I am very picky about how meat is cooked, Derek. I will admit.
That's a nice thing. Want to make sure you get fat in here as
A
well.
little bit.
That's not a bad thing. You don't do
Oh, you need pork roast. We could do that, Cindy. I could come up with some pork recipes for you. We got to hit pages though.
Hit pages.
To get that marmalade stuff that I put over the pork.
Oh, yes.
On the roast,
We can do that.
Use one to broil.
Hi,
We can do
Ray.
Use
Hey, Raves.
round roast.
I gotta get a second.
rump
I gotta get a
roast,
second monitor hooked up here.
Good night, Raves.
any type.
Love you.
Good night, Raves. Much love.
To start with.
Wait, did I say
What's up,
something?
Donna?
No, you got to figure she's in
Go from there.
a whole different time zone.
That's true.
Just, uh,
they're still dealing with
doing that, 'cause I wouldn't
the,
start necessarily with
morning.
a hamburger.
Yeah.
Although, maybe I might try and do I don't know. I'm not gonna go there. That's Mama's domain. Is beef vegetable soup.
The what?
Barley soup.
Beef vegetable soup, beef barley soup. I'm
Oh,
not gonna,
okay. Yeah.
I was saying I could go there, and then I went, no, that's your thing.
In front of you guys.
I can
So you
teach
get
you.
to hear her recipes too. Which is
Oh, I
really
have some
cool.
ideas.
Well, I'm boring everybody.
but I don't want to. I don't want to turn it into a competition.
Yeah, no, you're not allowed to play with my recipes.
Turn around. And
Just other things.
thrill the Americans. So that works. Call it the Can-Am connection.
That's right. Mama cooks the Canadian stuff to teach the Americans, and I cook the American
really
stuff to teach the
anxious
Canadians.
and eager, besides her Thanksgiving turkey, which will be next week. As we got to. Yep, let's got everything. I've got a few big pieces to cut down here. We'll do a turkey next week. I'll show you off the Thanksgiving feast. So we'll do that.
Yeah, ain't losing any weight this week coming. That's for damn sure.
That's crazy outrageous. Nobody choking on stuff. That looks all pretty good. All right, so we'll dump this back in, get the gravy going, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like with the gravy and everything all set up before we plate it up. All right, everybody. Last little bit of tweaking before we let it sit down and finish up. First things, added 4 packets of McCormick brown gravy.
And yes, I cheated.
It's powdered up the top.
Yeah, it's really hard to make a
Decided to
from scratch gravy in a crock pot.
Yeah, that's one of the neat things. You look at a recipe and you look at how it's coming along and you decide whether you want to make some changes or not. So I'm going to add a can of corn into it.
Like there wasn't enough already.
And, well,
But wait, there's more.
it's this thing called chickpeas. Some of y'all call them garbanzo beans. Depends on what you want, but add those into.
That actually went well with that. I was
A
surprised.
little more vegetable.
So,
And a little something different.
so did the last thing that I gave into.
Everything in here.
Derek's in the basement.
Good.
Um,
Potatoes are basically
hang on,
done.
Derek. I'll get to you when the video's over here. Well, wait a minute.
Celery. That's all done. The carrots are soft, are nice and they're not mushy soft, but they're nice and
See
soft.
if I can do this.
So got everything here. The idea is to get it all incorporated. You can see how the
There we go.
juices
Is he up now?
turned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek.
Hi,
What's up,
Derek.
Derek?
So what we'll do is put this bad boy onto off a little bit. Everything's all cooked, but as you can see, the gravy right now is really liquidy. What it needs to do is it needs to set up for a little bit. Let's see how we still get some clumps of gravy here. So it needs to set up and cool off just a little bit to thicken up just a little bit. So if I don't like the way it's thickened up, I might come and add a little baking
Chris is in the basement.
to
What's he doing in the basement?
I didn't realize
His
it dropped
phone
down.
kicked him out.
what you can see here what we ended up with is
Phone.
food.
Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's that?
And,
Boom.
well, for the life of me,
Huh?
There you go.
whether I want to add that can of tomatoes in or not. I'm gonna think
Sorry,
about it.
guys.
So for now,
He didn't come up.
shut it down. Let it cool off for a little bit. You can see it steaming away there. And thicken up.
Oh, my battery's down to 5% plus fine charge cable.
Again, the tomatoes
Get
are
on
also
it, Warren.
not a big thing to add them in and stir it up and have the flavor go through everything. So
Yeah, we have done it with hamburger Donna.
So we'll decide what we want to do. The more I think about it, the more I think I want to add some tomatoes in, just for a little extra burst of flavor. So we'll see. All right. So I lost my mind. I followed my impulses and went ahead and put those tomatoes in with it. But see, it gives them a nice little extra flavor and some extra color in here.
Oh, look at that. It looks like you can almost stand a spoon up in it.
A little
Yeah.
something extra we do around here.
That's the way to do it.
Dunk a little bread. Whoa!
Oh, look
That's
at
pretty
that.
good. Dunk our bread with a little bit of butter into the gravy. And a nice little extra comfort thing. Kind of like sopping it up with a dumpling. That's how
That's
we do
cool.
it around here.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yep.
Yummy. I'm diving into this right now. There you are, folks. Chuck roast, pot roast, stew. Y'all have yourselves a good evening. Enjoy.
That's awesome. Hey, I got a request.
What's that?
When the day comes that we meet in person, I want that stew.
Okay.
We can do that.
All
We
right,
can do
let's
that.
go.
And see, that's one of the cool things. I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't see you down there. I guess
That's
with
okay.
the video up, it wasn't showing everybody.
No worries. My
Um,
phone's stupid.
Yeah.
My fault.
So the cool thing.
Oh, really,
and of
Donna?
course, Donna,
Sorry.
you can do that. Interesting. All right, we'll have to try that one time. Donna's suggestion, and I'll take that as a challenge for the next gravy. Is we'll use some instant mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
We can definitely do that. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it with the shepherd's pie. And I'll tell you why. I won't mix potatoes like that. I won't do the real mashed potatoes and instant potatoes in the same meal. It doesn't work right for me.
No.
Yeah, but just
so-
picking a gravy though, that would be you wouldn't even realize the mashed potato was there really.
No, but it does add that extra potatoey flavor to the gravy, which
Yeah.
you have when, of course, you've got a pile of mashed potatoes and you dump the gravy over top.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's a cool idea. We'll give that a shot. And the neat thing about the stew, it's not just pot roast as Donna put up there. We've done it with hamburger. We have done it with hamburger meat, where we just brown the meat.
Go.
You can do it, believe it or not. You can do it with meatballs. I have actually an Italian type stew with meatballs. We'll do one time. You can do it with stew cubes. You can do it with London broil. You can do it with round roast, rump roast. I found one, and I've seen it up here once, and we got everything. It was 2 packages. It was they called it Denver cuts of beef, and I'm gonna tell you all what, for being marbled, that was the softest, tenderest, most flavorful beef I have ever cooked in anything. Oh yeah, it was absolutely
And we can't find
amazing.
it.
And I've
Can't
not
find
been
it?
able to find it. Yeah, I've not been able to find it
Fuck.
since. Now, what I did find, and this is going to add a little flavor to it, is we have an exotic butcher that's over. I promised Misty I was going to take her over. We're going to go out tomorrow and go back to the trenches where we had our one and only paranormal failure.
I'm not sure. One.
And one, I don't know. All I know is it was a Denver cut. I need to do some more research on it. Excuse
And
me.
can I suggest something that while they were talking and arguing about the hickory sticks, that popped into my head?
Go for it.
Chris, can you let me know how much it would be for 2 of the bags of hickory sticks plus shipping? Because I want to use it in a recipe that I want to post on here for you guys
Cool.
using the hickory sticks.
Cool.
So I just can't decide if I want to use it on fish or if I want to use it on chicken. Or I might do
Gotcha.
both.
Hamburger meat, barbecue sauce, and sweet peas. That's an interesting combo.
That actually sounds
Have
good.
to try that. You can also do standalone meatballs, which you can do, and I've got a recipe for that. Believe it or not, you actually cook them in a crock pot in a combination of different sauces, 2 of which are barbecue sauce and grape jelly. And it makes incredibly flavorful meatballs.
Oh, are you talking about those ones we had at the party?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And the other thing we may do is big old honkin' Italian meatball sub sandwiches at one point too.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, those are a piece of cake. Just drop the meatballs in, add a little spices, dump in a jar of spaghetti sauce, and
Yeah.
get it cooked up and stirred up real nice and good, and then take fresh. I like doing it with fresh mozzarella, because when you have the fresh mozzarella, it's so soft you can lay it in your hand and it just kind of goes. "Eh."
Oh, taco soup sounds really good too.
Yep, but it melts real well over top of the meatballs, so you can do that. Taco soup's a good one we can pull up. I also have yet to do my my chili, and I'm gonna make hamburger buns tonight. Actually, sorry, tomorrow. I'm gonna introduce Misty to something she's not had before. She's never had French bread pizza. So when we were out, I picked up a couple of boxes of French bread pizza. We're gonna make French bread pizza tonight, so that she can have that for the first time. But I'm gonna do the hamburger bombs tomorrow, and I think because I got some jalapenos, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gut the jalapenos to dull them out, dice those up, add that to the cream cheese, the cheddar cheese. Think onion and an aloha pepper, and put that inside of the hamburger bombs with some shredded cheddar over the top of it. I think we'll see that. Yeah, Misty, I know, Donna. It's hard to believe. You know, Misty's never had French bread pizza, so. Who dropped? We lost Spike.
Yeah, he's
Spike.
not feeling too well right now.
Oh no!
Probably the chips with the hot sauce.
Was it because he ate
Probably.
the chips?
It's probably got to go boom boom. I don't know.
Oh no! Sorry, Spike.
I don't know.
So did you hear what I asked you about the hickory sticks, Chris?
No.
Okay, if you
What
can
happened?
let me know how much it would cost for 2 bags of the hickory sticks and shipping, let me know,
Just-
because I'll send you the money and get you to send it to me, because I'm going to do a couple recipes using them.
Just like the normal ones? I'm trying to find the salt and vinegar ones,
Nope,
but I only
just
seen them
regular
once and I
hickory
can't
sticks.
find them now. Okay.
Just the regular ones is what I need.
Welcome
Because I'm
back
going
to
to do
us.
a chicken recipe and I'm going to do a fish recipe using them.
Like the big bags of hickory sticks?
Sure.
They're like $3, like the size I sent you.
Yeah.
Those are like
Yeah.
$3 each, and then it's about. I could probably send those for like 15. Like put them in,
Okay.
and then yeah. So
All right.
I don't know,
Perfect. So,
something like that.
Hun,
Yeah.
when Nikki makes his first payment back to us,
Hmm.
just forward it over to Chris and Amanda.
Yeah.
No worries.
So, and Kyle has a cool idea. I've done Kyle. We haven't done a chicken tortilla soup, but I'm gonna show you what real quick here, because this bears the visual. Mama has, oh my God, an amazing chicken noodle soup. We have a guy up here who
Thank you, Donna.
runs a it's primarily an HVAC company, but he's also got some guys that work
Does
with him
electrical and
that do
plumbing
electrical and plumbing and a whole lot of other stuff. And he is absolutely phenomenal. Well, last year, when they came out and helped us when our heat pump died, right in the dead middle of winter. Yeah, and you want to talk about suck, the damn thing ate itself. He came out and helped get us back in line, replaced a whole bunch of stuff, redid some of the duct work that the idiots that first did the house screwed up, and ended up his family got sick, which was not great. Hang on here. Why is this opening up this way? open with photos. There we go. So what we did was to help them out, Mama and I whipped up, mostly her, a batch of homemade chicken vegetable soup, and this is what we sent over to them. And let me tell you something. We sent this over. Whoops, get out of there. Yeah. Nobody wants to see anything but WWE. So this was a huge container, Tupperware container. Once it cooled down enough where it wasn't going to melt the plastic, that we filled up from the 5-quart crock pot and sealed up and took over to them along with some buns. And
Yeah, that was made totally from scratch.
There
Like
was
I
something
took
else.
the chicken and boiled it and did my own.
So, and this is one of the things we do is we do a lot of soups from scratch.
What's wrong, Richard? You look worried.
Oh, we lost Chris again too.
Yeah,
So he's up. He's
he
down.
might
He's
be
up.
back down there again.
Thank you, Donna. Nope, haven't seen him. I'm looking. I'm looking because now there's only 4 up here. I have room at the bottom where I can see if he pops back up. So that's another thing you're going to see over the winter. And I
Oh
have
my! I just realized something. Look at the gray.
honest. Yeah, hello.
No, I'm talking on him.
Yeah, I know. It's starting.
Been going on for the last couple of years.
Uh-huh.
So, yep. And Donna, I think the fried tomatoes is more of a Misty thing. She does a thing called toasted tomato sandwiches, and as much as I love
She-
tomatoes, I can.
Talking taquitos, not
Oh,
tomatoes.
taquitos. I thought you said tomatoes. See, I told y'all I wasn't feeling well. I can't see squat. Fried taquitos. Yeah, that would work. The other thing I got to do once we get the setup to do the live stuff is one evening we'll sit and do breakfast for dinner, and I'll do crepes, stuffed crepes. So where we do them with stuffed blueberry sauce and cream cheese with a little bit of say again.
I'm talking to Loki.
Oh, with a little bit of whipped cream on the top.
How are you doing, Derek? Derek.
We put him to sleep.
That or he's getting a coffee.
That could be.
I haven't tried. Well, I do make homemade noodles, but they're not like the regular noodles.
Hun, you
I'll show
can't
you
just,
guys sometime.
I was say you can't just go there and stop. That's
Yeah,
not
I'll
right.
show you how I do it.
So
And one of the recipes I want to try is brandied fruit.
Yep.
Like what Grandma Poor used to make, Richard. The fermented fruit.
and I'll tell you all this too. You know, if you're sitting there and you're wanting soup, you know, you don't have any well, we lost Derek too. Damn, everybody's bailing. Is the ship sinking or something? Did I miss something?
I made beer can chicken in the air fryer.
Nice. And
It was nummy.
yeah. What I got to do at one point, and I haven't done this yet, is you get those small chickens, the young chickens at the grocery
Mhm.
store.
Cornish hens.
There he is. He's back.
Welcome
Hey.
back, Derek.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can.
Okay, no, I heard you. No, I'm good. I'm hanging in there. I'm good.
Cool
You
beans.
sound like you're all stuffed up.
I am a little bit. My freaking allergies are kicking my ass and been blowing my nose all day, and I got a wicked freaking headache. And
That's not good.
Derek, I think you and I ran into the same allergy material today because I went out and
Jason.
did the lawn, and I came back in, and I felt like a bullet kicked me square in the nuts.
Jason hurt the lawnmower today.
No, I didn't. I didn't hurt the lawnmower. I killed the lawnmower.
He murdered the mowing deck.
Yeah. something was left in the high grass, and I haven't figured out exactly everything. I know one thing was one of the plush lamb toys for Harley found its way out there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
But yeah, pork steak,
That
mac,
sounds good, Doris.
cheese, and cucumbers. There you go. There you go. That's something we haven't. That's something we haven't added into. Yeah, actually, we did. We added that into the last one.
No, not the new one, Elaine. The riding lawnmower.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you really need to watch the boys the next time we come out because they know how to drive one of those.
Oh, really?
Well, that's easy enough. Key goes out and goes onto the key.
Make sure they
Doesn't
can't
stay
reach
in the
it.
mower.
Dude, they would have to climb over top of the washing machine.
That would not stop Trajan. I guarantee it.
Okay.
You'd have to figure out which key.
He will take all of them.
And Grandpa puts it in his pocket.
We can do that.
Basically,
So.
my dad and stepmom, they have a riding mower for their property,
Yeah.
and they took them for drives on it. And
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he wouldn't be able to do this because he'd have to stand up. His legs aren't long enough to reach everything.
Mm.
And that's the one saving grace on it is he would have to press
Yeah.
the clutch all the way in. And I'm sorry, I know you said he's grown. He ain't grown enough for that. He would have to end up standing. And as soon as he took his butt off the connectors on the chair, on the seat, it would disable the motor.
Yeah.
So he'd have to have Leonard sitting in the seat and him standing. And
He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
and it's
No,
the
it
damn
wasn't on the
weather,
bill.
What was that, Derek?
it's the damn weather change too.
Yeah.
Well, our weather down here went from hot to furnace.
What are you talking about, Doris?
She's
No,
calling me a murderer for killing the mower.
Oh.
So
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
and T knows how to steer a car as well.
that's interesting.
That was your doing.
teach him how to hardwire. Better comes in
No,
handy.
Derek.
That comes
No,
in handy
no,
later.
no.
No, I have my Sunfire. Basically, we were again out at my parents' property, which is like eight acres worth of property, and I took him tootling around, and
And
he
a
got to drive the
Sunfire?
car.
Nice car.
What was that?
Nice car, Sunfire. Good for tooling around in.
Yeah, it's a 5-speed with the stage 2 clutch and a cold air intake, so it
course
tootles
it
pretty
is.
quick.
Well, hardwiring comes in handy. If you ever need any pointers, let me know.
Is it mule deer out there, Richard?
Mule deer, yeah.
What else?
Antelope, pronghorn, javelina, elk.
Oh.
Hey, I like lamb chop stores.
Oh, she's talking about the stuffed toy, Jason.
Oh no, the stuffed
Murdered
toy.
lamb chop.
No, the stuffed toy was fine. The stuffed toy came out okay.
No, I gotta refill it. You ripped the guts out of it.
Hey, Jason, I have a question.
Go for it.
Actually, it's a few questions.
Uh-oh.
One, do you know how to make an authentic Philly cheesesteak?
Yes, he does.
I can, yes.
You can, or you because according to your your cooking agents over here, you can.
Oh yeah. He knows how to make it. I won't. I don't like rye bread or nothing.
Okay, second
No, there's
question.
no rye bread involved with that one, babe. You're
Okay.
thinking of Reuben.
Okay, second question. Do you know how to make an authentic po' boy?
No, that one I haven't played with.
Okay.
I'm sure I could. So just takes a little bit of looking up the recipe and then figuring out timing for the meats and the veggies if you're gonna grill the veggies.
Okay, cool.
So, but yeah, no, I've done cheesesteaks where I've actually shaved the steak, and done it over oil with the peppers and onions and mushrooms, and scooped it all together and laid the cheese over top, and then
Yeah.
laid another layer of cheese over top, and then picked it up with 2 spatulas and right down into the sub roll.
Yeah, Sleepless. A poor boy is a sub. It's a sub sandwich, and it's a New Orleans, Louisiana thing. So yeah, and a Philly cheesesteak is from Philadelphia.
Yep. Yeah. Now the other one I can do is I can do an authentic Chicago dunk beef sandwich. So
Keep your beef off of my sandwich.
the hell, that's one of the best things you will ever have in the world, dude.
Do you know how to make a pulled pork sandwich? Oh yeah, the wifey, Misty.
Misty is in charge of the pulled pork in this house.
Well,
That
she
didn't-
knows it. Oh, well, I'm quite. Never mind. I was going to say something.
I was going to say that did not come out right, but
No,
I will forgive you, Derek.
but
I'll
Ri-
keep my mouth shut.
Richard will confirm that her mother's pulled pork is legendary.
Well, shit, I haven't had my pulled pork, my pork pulled in a long time.
God.
I got nothing I can say to that one.
You know, when I came up here earlier, I thought that was Boomer. He fucking looks like Boomer a little bit in the eyes.
Who does?
Ricky there.
Ricky does? Oh,
Yeah,
no, I haven't seen Boomer for a while. So
I love food. I love food, man.
yep. So yeah, the other thing I got to do is I'm trying to behave for once. Yeah, I know, Donna. When you get Derek and you and I together in any chat, it's a recipe for things to go southward. I know.
Yeah, but Doris loves to cook with the meat and peppers.
Yep. Well, the one I've got to do yet for you guys is, and I will show my secret recipe and ingredients for that is my chili. So.
Yeah. Well, I know what Donna's favorite meal is: beans and wieners.
Yeah, well, Derek, I only have one question for you.
Oh, there's his car.
It's a cool sunfire.
Derek, how'd you get the beans above the Frank?
Come again?
How'd you get the beans above the Frank?
Donna
First of
is
all-
trying to behave herself for once.
First of all, my
You
Frank
two
is
are
above.
helping.
First of all, my Frank is above my beans, so and it's a
Oh.
ballpark Frank.
There's the shifter that I printed out for it.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's
That's
nice.
using your 3D printer.
Uh-huh.
Punisher. Yeah, the problem, and this is the thing, and if you guys have any suggestions, this has been my forever challenge. Is I go to any and all the grocery stores around, and I look for sub rolls, and by God, there are no decent damn sub rolls that are out there. They're either tiny, tiny short things, or they're these long, skinny things that would be better as brat buns as opposed to sub rolls. If you guys know any grocery store chain that's got that, I'm about to give up and order the sub roll racks, baking racks for Misty, so that she can bake up our own sub rolls on
Racks.
stuff.
You
Yeah,
said racks.
I did say
You,
racks.
you said racks.
I did say racks.
There's
So-
a better picture of it before
Nice.
I did the clutch.
Derek's had his coffee.
I'm being bad. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're fine, dude.
I'm being
That's also
Donna's
what my
going through
hood looked
torture.
like before I cleaned it up and painted it.
nice.
It was a mess.
Sausage, bacon wrapped. Oh my god, that sounds good. Wait,
Uh,
over here we call that pigs in a blanket.
no, what Donna's
Uh-huh.
talking about is something along the lines of. Wait a minute, open, damn it.
Well, when I see sausage and bacon wrap, I think of pigs in a blanket. Sorry.
Open with. There we go. Photos.
We have poutine over here.
Yeah, what Donna's talking about. It was Donna, right? Yeah. What Donna's talking about is something a little more like this. Bam!
Yeah, pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. These go well with mustard. These go well with sauerkraut. These go well with onions. These go well with chili.
Oh, you have to mention sauerkraut. I can eat that right out of the jar.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Um,
want to try actually making some this year.
What's that? Sauerkraut?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been talking about that. That would be cool. I'd like to do that and film that process. Just to, obviously not,
It's going to take a while.
Yeah. So we'll basically have to give y'all some shots of it every time we come out, and do the next layer of it. So that's another good one. And yeah, Donna's correct, Derek. That is what you were talking about, pigs in a blanket that's wrapped in either a biscuit or you can wrap it in cornmeal batter. And in which case that would be more like a corn dog. But those work too.
If you guys want a little update about what I have planned for next year, I'm all for telling you.
Go for it.
What, Jason?
Go for it.
Well, I'm still going to stick with what I do already, but I'm trying to. There's something in the works right now for next year. I am going to interview, hopefully, Paul Bernardo.
Really?
Yep, and if you guys aren't familiar with who Paul Bernardo is, he was a serial killer. Him and his girlfriend or wife killed some women, and including her sister, and they raped them.
That's going to make for an interesting interview.
I wanted to interview Clifford Ocean, but sadly he's dead.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
Ricky, why is it that thing looks a little too small for you?
but
That's not me.
Is that Dad?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
I'm
Go ahead, Derek.
still gonna stick with what I do. I'm just trying to diversify my channel, and I think, you know what? Why
It's
not?
your-
Why not?
do what you want.
Why not interview? Try my hand at interviewing. Serial killers in Ontario and Canada that are in prison, and why not try my hand at doing a mafia documentary here and there of the Ontario and Canadian Cosa Nostra?
Just be careful.
Yep. And Donna, no, we haven't. The pork chops that we've purchased primarily here have been
Aren't thick enough.
too thin to do that with. I had one batch that was thick enough, but they were smaller, so there really wasn't a whole lot you could have you could have stuffed them with.
It's Laura Lee's birthday today, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Is it? Happy birthday, Laura Lee!
Happy birthday,
Happy
Laura.
birthday.
I don't know.
Well,
if she's here or not.
Misty, in regards to you saying being careful, I will, but it'll just be of our prohibition history and our old school bootleggers of the 20s and 30s, which are gone. And I'm going to collaborate with Masha on a prohibition Ontario Canadian bootlegger that disappeared. So,
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
I mean, I'm just trying to diversify my channel, people.
Well, hey, it's gonna be a good thing. Hey, Crimson.
Hello, Nicole.
Hello, Mrs.
Oh, something tells me we're in trouble.
Oh, no.
Hey,
No.
Crimson.
No, she's had a series of videos. I can tell the
Oh,
look
no.
on her face.
No, I don't do videos anymore. I do audio.
Oh, you do audio.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
Nicole, did
Mhm.
Richard tell you what we're doing next week?
Yeah, you guys gonna front up the money for a plane ride? Because we don't have enough savings for a week from now. That's what I told him. Yeah.
I will find a way.
So Nicole, what do you?
Yeah, you
So
better
We'll do some when you come visit.
start doing the lottery. Yeah.
So Nicole,
We'll do it again when you come and visit, Nicole.
So Nicole, what do you do on your channel?
She doesn't have a
She
channel.
doesn't
She
have
was
a
talking
channel.
about work.
I do have a channel, but I am not really keeping up on it for uploading videos and whatnot. But
I only have two videos
Hey,
uploaded.
Crimson.
Mine.
Yeah.
I need to
Well,
start.
I moderate social media. I'm gonna get a drink.
There.
Great. So you're
4.
She keeps she's one of the safety folks that keeps the stuff we don't need to or want to be seeing or hearing about
great.
out of social media. So
Well, I post quite a bit about our government over here in Canada. So
you know, speaking of which, and here's the diversity for today for us. I said earlier I was going to talk about one thing that I ran across in the news that just really chapped my butt, which is my home state, Illinois, is the first state to pass the purge law.
yeah,
So basically, what they're doing is they're doing away with cash bails.
yep, I heard that too.
Yep. So on January 1st, the Safety Act, and safety stands for safety, and it's SAFE-T, and that stands for Safety, Accountability, Fairness, and Equity Today.
Fuck that.
Now, what it's set to do is it will reduce arrests and limit those that are put away based on the crime. Now, here's the thing that's probably going to blow everybody's mind, like it did mine. There are 12 offenses that they are going to use as ones that are not going to be cash bailable. In other words, they're gonna end cash bail on it. These include, and I'm gonna read it once. I had to read it twice to Misty, so I'm gonna read it once. I'm gonna go slow so it sinks in. The laws where they are not going to detain people. The 12 non-detainable offenses where the new law would end cash bail are second-degree murder, arson, drug-induced homicide, robbery, kidnapping, aggravated battery, burglary, intimidation, aggravated driving under the influence, fleeing and eluding, drug offenses, and threatening a public official. Now, what that means is the Safety Act will allow criminals a pretrial release for those 12 crimes if the prosecutors fail to show clear and convincing evidence that the alleged crime and person could be a threat to a specific individual. What that means is the police and the prosecutors have 48 hours to decide whether an alleged criminal should be released or not.
Let the purge begin, folks.
And here's the thing. Think about this. That's, as part of the investigation, police now use evidence from surveillance cameras that they have to get, laboratory work, and forensics research. So what they're now saying is that they've got to get this stuff done within 2 days to convince the judges that the people are a threat to a specific person and have to be kept behind bars. Otherwise, someone who has kidnapped somebody, someone who has performed second-degree murder or robbery or aggravated driving under the influence, which is offensive drunk driving, or DUI, threatening public officials, all this stuff, the people are going to be released instead of
It's just in
going to
Illinois
jail.
right now.
Yeah. No,
And
it's just Illinois.
what gets me with that, because I saw that as well, Jace, with the way the judicial system is backed up right now, there's no way in hell they're going to be able to process the evidence in less than a month.
Exactly.
And
Well,
they're
it's not
released.
just that. It's not just that. Think about this. And yes, we've Hollywoodized this and everything, but the truth is not that far from what you see in Law and Order and NCIS and the rest of it. You have to go to all these places, where that are around a crime scene, and you have to get the surveillance tapes, and then you have to sit and watch the surveillance tapes.
And it takes
You
time.
know, and the forensics, and I know a little bit about the forensics because part of what I do, or used to do, is supplying some of the forensics groups with some of the things that they use, the equipment and things that they use to calibrate the equipment. And Donna, you're right. They are running out of room in the jails. But another bigger part of it is that there is a disproportionate amount of people that are being kept in jail before their trial. And that's the folks that can't afford to post bail. So the funny thing is the people that had pressed for cash bail originally are now the ones that are leading the charge to stop it with these things, because they are finding what they say is it's unintended consequences that has come from this. And basically what it is you have somebody, whether they are guilty or not, who's detained until their trial. Because remember, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. So they're detained until their trial. If they don't have the money, they don't have the ability to post bail and get out of jail. So they're sitting there twiddling their thumbs. And just as Richard said, the court system's backed up. So it's going to take months for them to get to their trial. So these people, even if they were not criminally oriented when they went in, are now being exposed to the criminal element, of our prison systems for the months before they go before the court for their trial. Now, if it's an innocent person, they're being taken out of their job, out of their house. They're in a situation where they're going to lose everything, and then all of a sudden they're found innocent and they go get released back out. But again, this is somebody who had not been introduced to the element of crime and the criminal, thought process in their head. But thanks to being incarcerated for several months prior to their trial, now all of a sudden they've got that element in their head. It's the difference between nature and nurture. What they talk about where, some things are genetically disposed and other things are done by environment. Well, you drop somebody into that environment, and it's a proven fact they are going to pick up some of that habit. So
Jason, what you're saying is, on one hand, you have the bad seed, people that were born bad, and on the other hand, you have pretty much white collar criminals who went to jail for nothing, or whatever. I don't want to say nothing, but and then they're letting the fucking environment in jail fucking. They're kind of like the product of their environment.
Yeah. Yep. So you may have somebody who's a perfectly good person, get thrown into jail, and we don't want to talk about what goes on in there. But they're not going to come out. They're not going to come out the same way that they went in. So he was asleep when we checked on him before the show, Donna. So
fucking pretty much, chat. This is what Jason's saying: the purge and total anarchy.
Not quite total, but we've got people that are accused of crimes that are going to be put back out on the street.
One night a year, your new founding fathers will be on a loudspeaker going, anything goes. Level 1 weapons you can use. Anything more than that, no.
Yeah.
First responders will be not called for that whole night until the next morning. So have fun.
Yep.
Sorry, Jason. I just have to fucking.
No, you're fine.
I mean, you know what? Now I'm taking everything back now. When I first saw the Purge movies, I'm like, fucking right. But now, fuck no. I take that shit back.
Well,
I want a zombie uprising to happen. That's what the fuck I want. At least a zombie uprising shit.
well. And Ricky's off to take somebody's cup upstairs because they forgot it. So
The Purge started early. Somebody's probably at his door. No, I'm joking.
no, please don't go there.
I'm
Ugh.
sorry.
At least not while the grandkids are there.
No, but it's fucking ridiculous, Jason. I saw that too on the news.
Yeah, it's I don't know. We got some strange times ahead of us. That's why I chose for this channel the positivity of food. Everybody loves food, so that's a good thing. Focus on the food, focus on the fun, and not so much on the negativity. But I had to go there for that one because that was just too bizarre when I read it this morning.
Well,
Too bizarre.
I don't think the citizens of Illinois will stand for that.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to get it fixed. There's ways to fix it, but they've got until the end of the year, and depending on what's going on and what kind of elections they've got going on in Illinois, we have it looks like almost our entire state legislature is up for election this year in November. And it was actually cool. We've been in this house for almost 9 years now, and we had, for the first time ever, and we ain't back in the middle of nowhere in a holler, don't you know? We're not on the main drag, but we're not so far off that it's inconceivable that someone would stop by. They just don't do it. for the first time ever, we had a political hopeful stop by and introduce himself and ask if we could talk. Unfortunately, Misty was asleep, and I was in the middle of work, and I couldn't stop that right then and there. But it kind of touched me that in the almost 9 years that we've been here, we have had all of one person that's had the chutzpah to get up and come around and try and talk to people about what their concerns are up here on the mountain. And it is it was really something. I really appreciated that fact, and I'm going to find a way to get a hold of him and have a sit down. And oddly enough, a lot of what he believes in and is trying to get taken care of is stuff that's near and dear to at least my heart, and some of it Misty and I've talked about, and she's yay on some and nay on some of the other stuff. But I really appreciate the fact that he did walk around himself and try and meet folks, even if it is just for the state legislature, not the federal. That says a lot. So, you hear about political folks getting into office and forgetting all about the people that they're supposed to be there supporting, and some of them forget about the people they're supposed to be supporting before they even get into office. I have a good feeling about this guy, and I think we'll see how things go. So,
well, we have a dick in office here in Canada in Parliament.
Trudeau, yeah, I know all about him. So,
yeah.
See, I can't fuss about that. Misty and I have an agreement here, which is we listen to what each other says about the political system, because I don't know that much about Canada, and she's learning. She's teaching me, and she's learning about.
And I think,
in America.
I'm going to say something, and I'm pretty sure Misty will agree with me on this. Maybe not, and that's cool. Trudeau only got in because of his daddy. That's all, because of his name.
It's hard to say. I've been away from there so long but yeah, in some cases, I think it was a lot to do with the reputation that his family had.
And fucking Doug Ford's no better. Maybe I should run for premier or prime minister.
Be nice. Ford made some of the best cars we have.
Not that Ford, you dick. I mean, I can't do any worse than Ford or Trudeau has if I ran.
Yep. Yeah, Donna. Every state has good and bad.
Then I've been hearing a lot of shit about a lot of stuff about your guy in the White House, Biden. Like he's forgetting a lot of stuff, and he's got Alzheimer's, and
he's yeah. So, well, put it this way: it was better than the alternative.
Why didn't you run, Jason? Jason for president.
I'll tell you why. I'm smarter than that. So,
come on, they got.
I'll tell you this. This is, and I've said this before. I'll say it again. If he does it, I'm there no matter what. I would have killed. Hear me now. I would have killed to have had Dwayne Johnson take up for the Democratic side, the Democratic ticket, and run opposite Trump. Okay. Now, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what kind of a president Dwayne Johnson would have turned out to have been had he been elected. But I swear to God, I would have paid any kind of money to go in and watch that debate. that would have been absolutely hysterical if nothing else. So, anyhow, let's get off the politics. We're supposed to be on food stuff here. So
food.
Yep. So this next week coming up, we've got Misty doing turkey and the early Thanksgiving for Canada. For those that don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Canadian Thanksgiving is celebrated on or about the 15th of October.
Yeah.
So
On or about.
on or about.
Depends. A lot of families do it the weekend, either before or after, depending on when it falls.
Yep. So, yeah, and then of course ours is the tail end of November, and I'm taking off the week of Thanksgiving, which I also did last year. So we can do a little extra prep, and there's gonna be some extra videos coming out. You guys have already seen the bacon Brussels sprouts, so we won't do those this time, but I will show you the the creamy asparagus. And if I can talk Mama into it, maybe we'll get the zucchini bread. So we'll see.
I could maybe do pumpkin bread as
That
well.
would be good. I'd take that. Banana bread.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, maybe.
Oh, I've been after her ever since I got her the mixer. I've been after her for bread. I ain't got a sniff of it yet, but I'm ever hopeful.
You like to sniff things there, Jason?
Say what?
You like to sniff things there?
When it comes down to her bread cooking, oh hell yeah! I'm taking the high road on you, Derek.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Misty.
Uh-huh. Oh, Derek.
It's not showing so well. Oh, there it is. Damn it.
Uh-huh.
Here, let me.
Donna, I have gotten used to taking grandpa naps twice a week now.
Yeah.
Usually Wednesdays and Thursdays when I go into the office and come back.
Yeah, Derek. Okay.
And then Saturdays, I'll take one on Saturdays. So yeah, it's started
on
to
my
kick in.
Christmas list, Derek.
It is.
Uh-huh.
Derek, please don't take this the wrong way, Derek, but you really don't compare to Vanna.
Donna says she hates you, Derek. Uh-huh.
So
I take it she wants a REM pod too.
I mean, look at how shiny and beautiful it is.
Uh-huh.
now realize, folks, that he just jinxed himself, because the first time he takes it out into the field, it's going to fall in the mud.
Even has an antenna.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Did you tell a lie? Tell a lie.
Mhm.
What?
He missed the reference. You pulled the antenna out. I said tell a lie.
Ouch.
Oh.
Ouch, Donna.
What?
Oh,
Derek, I think you may have gone a bit too far with your playing with your REM pod.
Oh, that sounds wrong.
Fuck you, Donna.
That might not be the
That's
right direction
harsh.
you want to go in, Derek.
That's harsh.
Yeah. Really,
Yeah.
if it's anything, Donna, it would be his nuts getting caught as he tries to retract the antenna.
Shut up, Jason. She doesn't need any help from you. Fuck. You guys are bad, man.
Oh,
I'm not bad.
so let's see what else. We've got another one here. What did we do earlier this week, babe? That we still haven't posted yet. Oh, we still have quiches to show.
No, I thought we showed that already.
No, we haven't done the quiches yet. We still have the quiches to do. And
Quiche, I love quiche.
one other one. I try and keep a couple. Try and get ahead by a couple, so in case something happens. And Doris is going beep beep. So,
I love quiche.
yeah, we made a couple of really good ones, and it did not last. Let me tell you,
Yeah, it lasted all of 24 hours.
not even.
I think you got some for your lunch the next day, didn't you?
I took the last piece for my lunch, and that was the end of that.
Jason,
Derek,
you did.
did.
Did you lose? Oh yeah, you said the last piece. Oops.
So that was the other. Who's the person who was asking for pork recipes, babe?
I was.
Derek was, and there was somebody in chat.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Mandy.
Hello,
Love
Mandy.
you.
For pork loin, one of the ones you can do, Derek, is a garlic rub with salt and pepper, and then pour over the top of it the apple pie filling,
Okay.
and bake it on a cookie tray that way.
Okay.
I highly recommend you have parchment paper underneath it, or spray nonstick, so that the apple pie filling doesn't arc weld itself to the cookie sheet, even if you have nonstick. But what you will end up with is a sweet and salty, garlicky pork loin. Once you cut it, and it is fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah. Hello, Amanda. So now, Amanda, you're just going to have to rewind and go back and look at the chuck roast, pot roast stew. Hopefully you've eaten a little something before you do that. So
I had a little bit. I had some hickory sticks before coming on.
there you go. Yeah, Susan's Misty's got an idea about something to do with hickory sticks. I'm curious now to see what Mama's got in mind. The other thing I've got to do is we're going to have to do before it gets too much farther in here is do some of my stuffed chicken breasts.
Yeah.
So
Misty's got a lot of cool ideas.
son of a gun!
What?
I just came up with the other thing to stick in that in those hamburger bombs.
Uh-oh.
I'll thaw some of that chopped spinach
Okay.
and mix up in there. So and bacon. So I'll take what's left of that brick of bacon and cook that up and crumble it like you did. We'll do the cream cheese, shredded cheddar, bacon, garlic, aloha pepper. Yeah, I'll have to look at this. This is going to be pretty cool. This is going to be pretty cool. And I'm debating on whether I'm going to do them as a round bomb or whether I'm going to do them as dynamite sticks and just kind of stack them together.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how we do that. It depends on what I'm feeling. But I think if I stack them together like that, I can sprinkle the cheddar cheese over the top of it that way.
Sounds good.
Yep. We'll come up with something. No problemo. No problemo. So, and I'm surprised this is going to be week 3 in a row that Chuck didn't show up at the very end.
Yeah.
So, surprise, surprise.
Hopefully he's doing okay.
Kind of cray. Yep, we got to start getting some of the rest of the previously absent community in here. So, Get everybody all back together and start talking about stuff. And always a good idea to get extra ideas food wise. Oh,
I
that's the
agree.
other thing, baby. That's the other thing we got to do is you have to do your cabbage rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one. There you go, Doris. Pasta with garlic and butter. My son Nicholas would love you to the moon and back. That is one of the biggest things he absolutely loves. Um, he prefers angel hair pasta that way, but he'll do it with spaghetti. He'll do it with shells. He'll do it with pretty much any type of noodle. The other one that he really, 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 really loves is pen pasta. So, yep. And wait a minute, we got the fixings for it. Maybe I'll do a breakfast bake tomorrow morning.
That would be good.
So we got the eggs for it. I gotta look and see if we got ground sausage though.
Yep, we do.
Okay, so brown up the sausage. I cut up the biscuits again. So let's see here: eggs, sausage, biscuit, onion, green peppers, cheese, and then put the biscuits and gravy sauce over the top of it.
I haven't had biscuits and gravy in a long time.
Dude,
Oh, that's good.
we used to do that regularly on the weekends here, and then
Hey, Amanda.
Misty decided she wasn't going to do breakfast anymore. Sniff.
Sorry, Amanda. Sorry, Amanda. Sorry, Amanda. I was just organizing my book, so I didn't see you come in. Sorry. Hey.
What are you doing later, Richard?
I'm gonna be gaming with my buddy,
Oh.
and actually he's getting on me right now to hop on. So I was gonna
Gotcha.
take off for the night.
Yeah, well, we're about wrapped here, so
Are you going to be available tomorrow night
I can be
around 9ish?
your time or my time.
My time.
Yeah, I should be able to.
I will go live tomorrow
Oopsie.
night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yep.
See ya, Richard.
all right. Hi guys.
You know, talking about biscuits and gravy,
Uh
my mom made the best, but I got to tell you though, the one I love my mom's cooking. I miss it. Blah blah blah. But Bob Evans, the sausage gravy, I for the life of me, I fucking can't find the recipe on Google to make that.
huh. No, I will say this, and people are going to boo me for it, but I take a shortcut and I use the Libby's canned sausage gravy.
Boom.
And yeah. What works really well is you take that and use a black pepper grinder and sit and grind black pepper into it until the top of it is not covered, but is well has a good layer of it on it, and then stir that in and heat it up and cook it that way.
Now, I have a question for you and Misty, Jason in the chat. I'm sorry
Sure.
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No.
But okay, we all remember when we were kids, right?
Mhm.
Do you is it me or has restaurants and coffee shops and whatnot cheaped out over the last,
Yeah.
we'll say 35, 40, maybe a little bit more years?
It's
Nice,
hard.
Doris.
It's hard to find. It's hard to find. It's hard to find stuff like we used to. There is a place down in Charlottesville that's near where my folks had a store down there, and it's called the White Spot. It is probably, and we've got to go down there, but it is probably the last place
Night, Donna.
that was open. Good night, Donna. It's probably the last place that's still open. Gesundheit, babe. That was open when my parents' shop was down there, and it is a little greasy spoon hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But they have the most amazing burgers down there. It's just absolutely phenomenal, including a thing called the Gus Burger. And I'm not going to tell you what all's on it because I can't remember, and they don't post it on the menu. That way, you just have to know to ask for it. Yeah, there's a couple places. We have a place up here by us that's a diner, and they, at least before COVID, we haven't really gotten back there because their hours are reduced,
Right.
and they haven't come back up to full staff and full function yet.
Now the reason I asked about the cheaping out is because when I was a kid, you'd go to Tim Hortons, you'd get a soup sandwich combo, and you'd get a little fucking couple jerk and pickles with that on the side. And you don't get that shit anymore at Tim Hortons. I mean, yeah, you get the soup, sandwich, whatever. You don't get those jerk and pickles, man. And I gotta tell you, like that was the meal right there.
Yeah, as I was saying, that the diner that's up here is one that does not cheap out on stuff, which is
Good.
one of the things we're really missing. Misty's favorite place to get fish and chips
Yes.
is up there, and she will go in and she will order the fish and chips, and it comes with believe me, two very healthy deep fried sections of fish, and she will order another two to go along with it as a side or an add-on, and they're very accommodating with that.
So
Yeah, and then I take what's left over home.
Yep.
Now,
But
do you get
this
slaw-
is
Do you get slaw with that too, or no?
Yeah.
oh yeah, and this is and Derek, this is fish where you know it's right because when you go to crack it, you can actually hear it go when you break the breading on it.
That sounds
the
more.
deep
That
fryer.
sounds like more. When I was a kid, my mom and stepdad and I went for a road trip to the Maritimes, and that's exactly how their fish and chips were. They, you take your fork, you cut into it, and all of a sudden, as soon as your fork hit the fish, you heard that crunch.
Yeah, and the fish inside is really moist.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's not a whole lot that they used to do, and again, we got to get back up there once they're open later in the evening, because we just don't. We're grandparents, but we don't believe in having dinner at 3 p.m. yet. We're not to that point.
Well, when I go up there to visit you guys, make sure you guys got to bring me to this fucking diner.
Oh yeah.
So I can taste the Gus Burger and the fish and chips. I'm gonna.
The Gus Burger is down in Charlottesville, which is a 2-hour drive 3-hour drive from where we're at. But we can take you down there and do an amazing day trip down there. There's a place called Monticello, which is where Thomas Jefferson's house is, and all the stuff that he invented and did. I've been through the tour a number of times, but I haven't been for a number of years. And the place is just absolutely amazing down there. And if you can find a place to do it without getting ourselves in trouble, would be a fantastic place to do a spirit box session.
Awesome.
Yep.
Hey, I'm all for that. And then the other reason I asked that is because KFC. What the fuck is up with KFC? Like, really? You go to KFC, you order a bucket of chicken. You need to bring a damn life preserver to throw into the chicken to make sure it's okay.
Because of all the grease?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I went to KFC, I looked down at the bucket, My mom's like, "What's wrong?" I said, "She's like, what? You're pointing to what?" I said,
Oh, I missed cheesecake. I'm sorry. Sorry, Derek.
"Do you have a life jacket?" She goes,
Hi,
"Why?" I said,
cheesecake.
I told the people in KFC, I said, "Gotta throw the damn chicken a life jacket in this fucking place. Look at this shit."
Yeah, we actually stopped using KFC up here because they they cannot. We went what 4 times back to back,
They
and
can't get the order right.
every time they screwed the pooch on the order. So much say it. Popeyes has become a thing. Garshk. And Popeyes isn't even perfect, but I tell you what, we got used to it. Now, there is something up here. And we will have to go in the afternoon to get it because they shut it down earlier than they used to. But up at the top of the mountain, there is a gas station and general store that has a deli in the back of it. And one of the things they do is fried chicken back there. And I'm going to tell you what, the spices, I don't know where they get it from. But the spices that they've got on the batter with the chicken back there that they do, oh, yeah, buddy.
Sorry, I was listening, but when you mentioned general store, I thought at the time when Amanda, Chris, myself, Spike, and CJ went camping this past summer.
Are you going next week, Derek?
I can't. I got to stay home, make sure my dad, he's not good.
I'm sorry, dude.
I'm sorry about that, Derek.
No worries. Shit happens. That's what happens when you don't take care of your body.
Yeah, I know about that one. Now, see, down here, Amanda, we don't have 7-Eleven doesn't do chicken. They'll do taquitos, hot dogs, and pizza, and that's their big claim to fame.
Oh, speaking of hot dog, dude, can you make a good corn dog?
Never tried.
I'm sure we could. We've got a deep fryer, so yeah.
I tell you, if I ever go down there next year, and if he cooks as good as he talks, I don't know.
That's right, Derek. I promise you, we'll have enough boards where we can roll you back up the boards into whatever vehicle that you got to get out of here. So one of the things I will make for you is I will make deep fried zucchini and summer squash slices. And that's done with beer batter, by the way. So we could also do deep fried breaded mushrooms.
Fuck. Oh. Shut up, Jason. We just trying to make you work. Like, really?
So now when we break the deep fryer out, we go through probably about a month worth of deep fried stuff, and then we clean it up. We empty it out, clean it up, set it back up on the shelf, and it stays up there for probably about the next 8-9 months until we get a hankering again.
Oh, cheesecake's here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi, cheesecake.
And Doris, I got to tell you, fried green tomatoes is not something
I've never tried it.
I never developed a taste for.
They are good. I love them.
Yep. I will be honest. That's one of the things. Of course, on the other side, I have had crawdads a couple times, and I don't have a problem sucking the meat out of them. But that's something that Misty's not overly thrilled with.
Right, Amanda? Deep fried mushrooms? Oh my God.
Yep. Well, the other thing we saw when we went down to Costco, which I want to do, is they had mushrooms, I kid you not, shiitakes like this. And they had a row of 5 or 6 of them, babe?
Yeah, 5.
5 in a package. So get those. The stems are already cut off of them, so all you have is the caps. So get those. butter them up, set them down on a baking sheet, and put the stuffing in them, and then bake stuffed mushroom caps.
I love pickled mushrooms.
Never had a pickled one.
No, I've
Oh,
never
sure.
had that either, Doris.
Have you ever had pickled eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna do those in this house anytime soon again.
Uh-oh. Trouble on the Western Front?
Let's put it this way. I think we killed every air freshener in the house.
So pretty much what you said, you answered my question. All wasn't quiet on the Western Front then.
No, the dogs wouldn't even sleep in the bedroom with us.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the price you pay when you eat pickled eggs.
Yes, it is. It's also the price that some of us pay when our spouses eat egg salad sandwiches.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, my favorite meal is chili.
I have to admit, I have plenty of foods that do that back. So,
Fried bologna sandwiches.
Oh yeah.
yep. See, now
Nice thick cut of bologna. Oh yeah.
that's one that I haven't done in a long time. That would be cool. We got to get another thing of bologna, but for breakfast do bird's nests. You ever had a bird? You ever had a bird's nest, Derek?
I've seen a bird's nest.
It's not the same thing, Derek.
No. You scramble eggs with onion and bacon is what people usually use. Set it off on the side for a second, and then take a piece of bologna and lay it flat in the frying pan. And as you cook it, it will bubble up and turn into a bowl. You pick it up, turn it upside down, spoon the eggs into it, and then sprinkle your cheese over it. Pop it in the microwave for about 30 seconds to help melt the cheese. And there you have a bird's nest.
They're good. They're addictive, Derek.
Oh, yeah.
How about this one? Have you ever had a fried bologna? Hang on. Fried bologna and banana sandwich?
No.
No.
It's good.
And yeah, cheesecake. Misty does banana and what, babe?
Peanut butter.
Banana and peanut butter sandwiches.
And
You
I'll
know,
do
that's-
pickle.
That's my go-to feel-good snack is a banana and peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, pickle and peanut butter are good too.
Or even a grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Derek. That is a winter. Actually, it's not even a winter thing.
Let's talk about it. I was going to say the same thing.
I'm
Not a
glad
winter
you.
thing.
I'm glad you brought that up. Grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup is one of my go-to things on a really nasty, rainy, cold, gets into your bones day. And that's one of those things where you keep your PJs on. You want to talk comfort food, folks? There you go. That is a comfort lunch that you could do, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be tomato soup. I've done it with a thick vegetable soup as well. Works really well.
Or yeah, like I've done that with like I decided one day that I needed some comfort food, so I made quite a few grilled cheese sandwiches because so I said, I got tomato soup, but let's try something different. So vegetable soup. That goes good too.
Yep. And no, Chris, I don't think anybody else is buffering. I actually made a specific attempt and reminded myself this time that I needed to reboot the computer before we did this, and actually things are running better that way. Doris, that's one of the ones that we gotta do. Babe, I don't know. Do you want to do Spanish rice or do you want me to do my version?
I'll
What do
do
you want?
one.
Probably yours. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to do a version of Misty's Spanish rice, which is another thing that's absolutely phenomenal. So that's a great comfort food too.
Or how about now let's talk about salads. At least we can burn some of these calories off now with talking about salads. How about what do you guys think of a cucumber, tomato, balsamic vinaigrette salad?
Add the onion in, and that's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
So, yep. But I think, and Hun, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I can speak for both of us. Our favorite go-to salad here is a fattoush salad.
Yeah.
Tushy salad, did you
No.
say?
Fattoush. It's a Greek one.
Sounds naughty.
No, it's really
Hang
good.
Hang on, folks. Hang on. I have to.
I've had Greek salad before, but that was when I got a gyro.
Yep. Hun, can you entertain for a second? We are about to have something that I have wanted for a long time.
You guys in the States call that ramen noodle, but over here we call it Mr. Noodle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing, I think. Yeah, the fattoush salad is really good.
Yeah, chicken noodle soup with grilled. Yeah.
Yeah. Any soup with grilled cheese is the bomb.
Yeah, but it's traditional to have tomato soup.
Yeah, Amanda, what I do with it, with the Spanish rice, is I use canned tomatoes so they get the tomato juice. And then I use hamburger and a whole bunch of other stuff with it.
Next year, Christmas over at Misty and Jason's place.
Yeah.
I could just imagine your spread around Christmas time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one thing we definitely, I will say we eat pretty good.
Yeah, we actually do. We do very well. And the ramen, since I heard you guys talking about it, sorry, we're expecting. I don't know whether he's going to come up in chat or whether he's going to pop up on the panel. We'll have to see.
Oh.
Yeah. After 3 months, we're going to get the last member of the family popping in here in a second. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Freeman Fun is my son Nicholas. Used to call him Mini Me, but I can't call him Mini Me anymore. He's bigger than I am, taller anyhow. I'm still bigger fat wise. But talking about fixing ramen up, you can actually take ramen by itself is not that great a meal, as we all know. It's cheap, it's easy, and here's a way to fix it up. That is, it's Nicky or Nicholas or Nick. Yeah, any of that works. Yeah, he's Bob. Warning, ladies and gentlemen, my son has my sense of humor in spades. So,
hey, Nick.
What you do is you take your ramen and you either leave it whole or break it up, whatever you want to do. Leave it in the bowl, but you can go over to the frozen section of your grocery store and get soup starter vegetables, and then get a packet, also a frozen packet of chopped spinach. And what you want to do is break the chopped spinach up because it'll get in clumps. But smack it around in the take your aggressive behavior out on the bag of spinach. Break that up. Open that. Put a little bit of that out in some of the soup starter out in. If you're going to do the chicken, use a little chicken bouillon above and beyond the the packet that comes with it. Again, beef bouillon if you're going to do that. I haven't found a good combination yet for the shrimp, although I've come close a couple times, and that takes a blend of spices, including a couple of specific ones for shrimp and seafood, and Old Bay with garlic. But you do that, take a palm, cup your palm, and fill the cup of your palm with minute rice and drop that in there. Add in some minced onion, chives, and a little bit of garlic. Take that, pour your boiling water into it, set it down on the bowl. And here's the cool thing, folks. This is what makes this such an easy, quick, simple lunch thing if you're working from home. Is you set that bowl down on your counter, take a saucer, one of your smaller plates, and flip it up and set it upside down on the bowl. And then set your spoon over the top of it. Let it sit for about 4 or 5 minutes. That's the amount of time it's going to need to thaw the vegetables and no, not a flying saucer. Well, a flying saucer if you get it thrown at you. But that's what you need to thaw out the vegetables and the spinach, and also have the minute rice cook through, and the noodles cook through. And once you mix everything up, it actually now becomes a fairly healthy lunch with all the veggies and the spices that you've added to it. So that's a way to take something that's cheap and not necessarily great and turn it into a fantastic comfort food.
Yeah,
if you want to go
healthy.
Yeah, if you want to go really high hog with it, the other thing you can do is in your grocery store, you can get a bag of the sliced baguettes that are they're not hard, but they're tougher bread wise. And you take and dunk the little baguette slices in, and that will soften those up and makes for a good thing too. Just don't do a whole heck of a lot of them because that's a lot of carbs between the noodles and the bread. But it really is a decent lunch like that, and it's especially great and simple and quick in the wintertime when it's cold. So nice thing. And somebody who will remain anonymous. Yep, and tell Abby we said hello. Somebody who will remain anonymous called me about doing chicken the other night. How did I saw the pictures? How did the chicken end up coming out, Nicholas? We'll see what he says here. But yeah, he calls me every once in a while for advice on what to add or combining stuff. He's got a number of favorite recipes here. One of which I know I'm going to lure him and Abby back up to the house with is our seafood pasta salad. So we'll have to do that sometime during the holidays this year and get the family well, as much of the family together as we can get together in the immediate area. So you're not anonymous. I've been talking about you for weeks here, so I'm glad it was cool. So even the kids liked it. I'm hoping so. Yeah, the Munchkins, all of our grandkids are kind of particular about one type of food or another. Of course, all kids are. But one of the fun things is trying to get them exposed to other foods that they say that they don't like. It's almost like a challenge. A kid says that they don't like something. One of Nicholas's ones is Nicholas does not like mushrooms, kind of like Vaughn or Sheriff up here. But if you chop them up small enough, they're kind of hard to figure out and get a hold of. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Good deal. Well, maybe we'll have to have you guys bring some of that up as well, or we'll get you the fixins and you can make it up here with it as well. Yeah, Doris, we do chicken. Well, the white sauce, the white sauce with that I tend to do with the chicken up here when we cook it that way is actually a can of mushroom soup and a can of chicken soup. You can also use a can of cream of celery. And it's cream soups, by the way. And those cook up real well, and the chicken grabs the flavor of that. I've gotten to the point where I prefer cooking with the chicken thighs, the boneless, skinless chicken thighs now when I'm doing that, just because that matches up. But we can also do chicken breasts and have had the blessing of not having those come out dry and nasty like shoe leather. So way I look at it is if you can cook a piece of chicken up, or you can cook a turkey up, or you can cook a full chicken up, and you go to cut in it, and it oozes liquid, you've done yourself a good service with
Yeah,
the,
you
with the
can't
meat.
carve my
So-
turkeys. They fall apart.
Yeah. Okay, butter, parsley, oregano, cheese. We got all that. We can do that. No problem. Pork steaks, pork chops. Yeah, that is one way to do them, Doris. I'll have to. I didn't do it. I'm sorry, guys. Misty cooked up the last round of pork steaks that we had in the freezer this past week, and I did not do a recording on that. She does a phenomenal job with that, with garlic, and we've done a number of things with it. There's a peach salsa that's at a farmer's market that's on the way to and from work that goes very, very well with pork steaks. We've done it with apple pie filling. What else have we used on that, babe? We've done it with a couple other things, but have not done it with any of the creamy soups.
I've done it with celery soup, the cream celery.
When did we do that? Not since we've been up here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't recall. That's not good. So, but yeah, we got lots and lots and lots left to show everybody and go through with that. So, we'll do. Let's see. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to do up her Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving, the way that we've been doing stuff so far, because I'm not going to have the stuff by this week to get that done. It's just going to take some time to get all that equipment in. So for now, we'll keep going with that. But I think this week, coming up on Saturday, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, we will show you a Canadian Thanksgiving. I will, during the week, either release the quiches or the hamburger bombs, and I haven't decided which one yet on that. We'll see how the hamburger bombs turn out. If they're a flub, then we won't do that one. But we'll get some more
You
stuff out
should
there.
release the quiches next.
Okay, Mama says I release the quiches next, so what Mama says goes. Well, cream corn. Maybe cream corn over mashed potatoes.
Oh, that sounds good, Doris. Dill gravy.
Yeah. That's one I haven't tried with. So you got a recipe for that, Doris? Send it over. I'll happily do that and make a run at that. So the other thing we got to do is, since we got all that cheese, we probably ought to do a run of au gratin potatoes too. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll do that as part of the Thanksgiving feast.
Okay.
So that, or do
It's going to be an awful lot of food, though.
cubed potatoes. Well, we're just we're going to do two or three sides, and then the turkey and the. Do I have a sausage gravy recipe? Honestly, I don't. Nick, I was talking earlier in chat about the fact that I cheat using the Libby's sausage gravy cans to do that. So you can do that, Doris. The mashed potatoes goes with a lot of things. Goes with a lot of things.
All right, guys. I'm gonna get off here, grab some snacks. I'm fucking starving now. I will catch you all later.
All
Okay,
right,
good
Derek.
night, Derek. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me as always.
Yep. You'd be good. And
I-
Amanda Freeman Fun is Nicholas. That's the last of the family has now joined us. So, yeah. Yeah, Freeman Fun is Nicholas. So, yeah, I tell you what, Abby, I will look and see if I can come up with a decent sausage gravy recipe. If I can get Sheriff to pony up his, I know he makes his sausage gravy from scratch, and I'll see if he's got a recipe on it. If not, we'll come up with something. Or you can always keep using. I like I said, I swear by the Libby's canned sausage gravy. I know people will sit there and boo on me for that, but it's a shortcut in the morning.
Doris's sounds really good too.
Yeah.
And easy.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Pound of sausage, cup of cornstarch, and water. That works. That works. I might add some milk in with it too.
Is Chris going live tonight, Amanda?
Yep. Yeah, that's the trick to it, Doris. You're right. Is stirring anything, is until you get the right consistency on stuff. It's not really. It's there's not a whole lot of stuff other than souffles, casseroles, things that are meant to be baked or broiled for a while. That you can throw in and just kind of leave them and walk away and not kind of go back and look at.
Yeah,
So,
the casseroles and souffles are your thing.
yes, indeed. So I may have to do the breakfast bake as well. If I do that, that's one that'll sit in your gut for a while. We got to watch because there's a lot of good recipes we can do, and this week is going to be a lot of food coming out of here. So we'll see here. No, Elaine, I think she's going to go live tomorrow night. So
yeah, tomorrow night at about 9.
yeah, what we got to do is figure out if we're going out. The problem is I got to be back by 2 because we got the Manhattan Project to wrap up tomorrow on Chris's on the history. So
Yeah, so it might be better to go down to the graveyard down here or else Leesburg.
yeah, we'll see.
And leave the other one for another week.
That's possible. So might go to that little private one up by the even though we can't go into it, we can go all the way around it.
By the
That
shelter?
one, the one that's up by the shelter, yeah. Because that one's kind of creepy. Just a thought.
That one, no. I don't get good vibes on that one.
That's why I was saying that would be an interesting one to do.
Yeah.
So, but we are coming up on the 2.5 hour mark, folks. So I think we're gonna wrap it up. We thank everybody for coming out. Every Saturday night. Saturday night's a busy night. It's a date night. It's a night for families. You got a lot of options for stuff you can do, and coming out here and listening to me drone on is not necessarily top of everybody's list, but we do appreciate everybody coming out. We try and make it interesting, try and give you a little something to think about or drool over at the very least. And we appreciate everybody coming in and giving us your time.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Special guest to my son, Nicholas, and his girlfriend, Abby, for coming in. Hopefully one of these times we'll get them up over here on the panel once they're comfortable and ready. Nick, if you want, once you start getting your channel going again, Nicholas does have a channel. Abby, we never talked about whether you have a channel or not, but if you guys have channels that you have going, if anybody has not dropped their link, here's the 2-minute warning. Drop your link. Shameless self-promotion. We don't have any problem with that here. Drop your links, folks. Thank you guys for coming in. Nick and Abby, thank you for for making your first guest appearances here in chat.
Yeah.
And we're going to go ahead and release, because Mama says so. We're going to go ahead and release the quiches midweek. I'll put that up shortly as a premiere. That's right. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Sorry. It's as bad as me going raise the roof. Yeah. Nobody wants to see that out of an fat old guy. But we'll drop the quiches and set that up as a premiere, maybe for Tuesday. I don't want to do it Wednesday or Thursday because I am just wiped when I get back up here from work those 2 days. And then we got too much other stuff going on during the rest of the week. And I don't want to be competition for anybody, and that's right. Because Tuesday night's one of y'all's nights for stuff too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's their draw night, I think.
All right, so we'll do it. All right, you know what? I'll just tough it out. I'll do it. I'll throw it up there Wednesday. If I'm a little groggy, y'all can pick on me, but it'll just be a short, quick little thing with the live on it. So
Yeah.
For the recipe.
Yeah, like you'll be in the chat. It's all you can do for a premiere.
Yeah, so we'll get that set, and about that point in time, actually, that's a good thing because about that point in time, we're going to be working on your Canadian Thanksgiving stuff.
Probably Thursday or Friday.
Thursday or Friday, okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be the prelude to get everybody drooling for.
Actually,
thanks.
It would probably be Friday or Saturday at this point because I have that appointment on Thursday.
Gotcha. So we will probably have a show that and videos that will run most of the show this coming Saturday because there are going to be a lot of them to drop. We're going to have at least 4 or 5 to run in that where we also introduce you. For those of you that have asked about the roaster, you'll get to go see that and see how that works. And we will see all you guys later this week. Take care. Be safe. Eat well. Eat healthy. Eat comfort. Take care now. Bye, everybody.
Have a good night, guys.